Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims info and thoughts video. So there is a Maxis Monthly that is happening tomorrow. If you forgot about that, don't worry, I almost forgot about it too. And there's also a strange sort of leak that I'll discuss later in the video that I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be for. But to start things off, SimGuru Joystick says, tune in tomorrow for the Maxis Monthly for exciting news coming up for Sims 4. So the Maxis Monthly is taking place on their Twitch channel tomorrow, July 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then to add on to that, SimGuru Lindsay replied, saying less exciting than new surprise content, it's not that, but more exciting than watching paint dry, it's not that either. Approximately. So that's quite interesting. We're not watching paint dry, so it's not something super boring, but it's not going to be new content, so don't get your hopes up super high for improved babies or cars or any of that sort of stuff. So yeah, what could that be then? It does sound like maybe it could be something that's just kind of out of left field, like with the whole Alexa stuff. Maybe it's something like that where it's not necessarily new content for the game, but just something interesting that's Sims related. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more Moschino merchandise that we could buy off of their website, but I don't think that would really excite many people. Maybe enough to count on one hand, but yeah, I don't think that would excite most of us. I mean, I remember how it was basically golf claps when they revealed the Moschino stuff pack at EA Play.
To the Sims 4 Moschino stuff pack.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Yes. So not only are we going to be looking pretty
In all seriousness though, my expectations are still pretty low. I'm not expecting much out of this, especially since we did just get a big free update before Island Living released. And, well, if we got more new content, then I'd be worried about the game breaking even more. Honestly, all I need to be said is for a patch to come out, hopefully next week, to fix many of the bugs that Island Living has, and I'd be good with that. I don't need new content right now. There's still stuff in Island Living that I haven't done yet and completed, so yeah, I can wait a little bit longer. I still wouldn't be surprised if the Moschino stuff pack came out this month, but at the very end of the month, and they don't announce packs on Maxis Monthly anyways, so if they announce something new, it's going to be either something like the Alexa stuff or free content for the game itself, but yeah, doesn't look like it's going to be the latter. If it does though, I expect it to be an update to something that's already in the game rather than something entirely new. But let's talk about the weird leak that I mentioned earlier. So Sims Hub tweeted this, saying, "We are all familiar with EA survey emails in which we are asked about our player experience and satisfaction with the game. This week, German players received such an email. The special feature is not the email itself, but the picture. EA may have leaked the new render for the upcoming Moschino stuff pack. This render hasn't shown up yet. On the other hand, some aspects are taken up here which were already mentioned as upcoming features for the pack. What do you think?" And to add on to that, when I retweeted that tweet, SimGuru George replied to me saying, "They are messing with you. This is not our art for the Moschino pack. That is all I will say." And upon closer inspection of the picture, I don't think he's lying, because I don't think there's really enough new content in this picture to be promotion for specifically any one pack. I think the hairstyle and the clothing that the woman on the very far left is wearing is new. Although I can't say for sure. The hair looks like custom content that I have, but I'm not sure if that's already in the game. But I do recognize some things, like the outfit that the guy in the middle is wearing. That came in an update that came out a couple of months before Cats and Dogs. And yeah, a lot of the other stuff is from the base game, I think. I think the beanie is from Get to Work. So I think what this could be is just a new render generally to promote The Sims 4. Not any one pack, but just, oh, this is new render for The Sims 4. But what's also interesting is that the plumb bob is different from what we're used to. And it gets even weirder because a few weeks ago, Lion Dolphin somehow got this icon on their desktop. Yeah, what? So I do find this a little strange because it doesn't feel real to me, this plumb bob. It looks kind of like The Sims 3's plumb bob in my opinion, except glossier, shinier looking, and with a little bit less detail. So it just seems weird that they would switch out to something so different from the more flat and simple looking plumb bob that The Sims 4 has. But it is possible that I could be onto something here, because maybe The Sims 3 like plumb bob is supposed to be a separate icon for the upcoming Legacy Edition. In case you don't know what the Legacy Edition is, it was something they announced a few months ago where they said they would be dropping support for computers running on 32-bit Windows or non-metal Macs, and you could still play The Sims 4 on said computers, but you just wouldn't be able to get the new updates or any new packs that would release after it. And this was supposed to actually come out in June, and that made me speculate that we would get an expansion pack in June as well. And we did get Island Living, but they pushed back the Legacy Edition and did not announce a new date. So at the time of making this video, we don't know when the Legacy Edition is coming. I was thinking, oh, it might make sense to have a plumb bob that somewhat resembles The Sims 3's if you're using the Legacy Edition, because it's like referring to just old times and that sort of thing. But then it would be weird to have that plumb bob being prominently used on what's probably going to be advertisements coming out in the near future. So then maybe I'm just generally right about them using a separate icon for the Legacy Edition. That would make sense, so then things are a little bit less confusing when you have the icon for it on your desktop and that sort of stuff. However, I don't think this Legacy Edition update will be out until the same month of Expansion Pack 8, whenever that comes out. So I'm guessing that even people who are stuck with non-metal Macs or 32-bit computers would still be able to play the Moschino stuff pack as well as Realm of Magic. And if you're playing The Sims 4 on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, you don't need to worry about the Legacy Edition at all. It's not going to be a thing on consoles. This is only applicable to PC and Mac. The consoles are already able to run the game at 64-bit. And also, as a side note, the new plumb bob reminds me a lot of those fake advertisements you may have seen in the past. Especially on YouTube, there's those ads where they say like, oh, Sims 4, play free now! And then if you click on it, you'll get all the viruses in the world. Well, I don't know for sure, but I would assume something pretty bad happens to you because it is supposed to be a scam. So yeah, because the only time that was actually a real thing was when they did have The Sims 4 redeemable for free for a week, and that was, I think, in May. Yeah, it was in May. So that was the one time that was real, but they didn't have, like, those little pop-up ads on YouTube advertising that, so yeah, I just find it kind of funny that it reminds me of that as well. So that's another reason why this new plumb bob feels off to me, but I think this probably is going to be real in the end and they will use it in all their marketing material and stuff, but if that does end up happening, I actually prefer the current plumb bob over the new one. And that wraps up another Sims info and thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think is going to happen in Maxis Monthly tomorrow? And what do you think that weird leak all means? What do you think it's going to lead up to, if anything at all? And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!